toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Florida's offense will have the opening possession of the game. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Clark. He never had a chance to get it to the edge in first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got a first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Big gain on the design quarterback run. Nice to have a guy that can get you out of trouble, whether by design or improvisation, like Anthony Richardson did against Utah in 22.
Yeah, it just makes you a much better coach when you got guys that can scramble around and buy time. And look at Florida's teams, the most recent success going back to Tim Tebow, a guy that gets you extra possessions, extra first downs, and makes that big play at the quarterback spot.
He wants to change this route. And back to the air on second down. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
The Gators are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
White wants to throw it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him.
Oh, he's got some space. Bounced off his feet.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime package, just a nickel package. Taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. It's caught downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's Clark. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. Big guy tries to barrel in, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to...
Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Clark. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Finds a tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. White going to attack through the air. Got his man in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Caught near the sticks. It's flat. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Brown.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Arkansas! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays. He showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Wide receiver going in motion. White wants to throw it. Wiggles free, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit.
Number 36, on to punts it away.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run...
There he goes. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're working that left side. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going right to work up top. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Gators will hustle to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Complete to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Give to the running back. Oh, better look out. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. White going to attack through the air. He lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he got away from the D, they had no
punched the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal.
Snags it down the right side. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls fall incomplete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to run this quarterback. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Hands it off. Shakes off the defender. Picks up the first down. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. White wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4.
Turning it on! And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Got it in the middle. It's Fleming. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Arkansas, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
White going to attack through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link.
Found a seam on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
42, Spider.
Looking to fire. Here's a hit. Buys a little time with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Wake Forest is going to enjoy the trip back to Winston-Salem after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Daly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Calls his own number, and he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Wilson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. White wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And they're not on the same page there.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Poe. It's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. 3rd down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all of the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked him right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
42, Arkansas, 24.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The offense changing the play. Here comes the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
White going to attack through the air. Still looking. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going to take a shot at this DB.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football, really.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. And
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Gets it out fast. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Razorbacks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back on the option to give. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Timeout call by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
White wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Right on the money. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Defense wants to bring the heat. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and